Choity just signed up and then they gave her work to do, so she's just texted me. Typical. I know, look at this little small Monday group.
That's nice. Can you hear my top climbing? My top tiny.
Jackie, have you been on the gin? That's nice. Hi Julie.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. A miserable day.
Oh, sorry.
Have you got some?
I do, yeah. We were at a wedding on Saturday and the whole thing was outside, and we thought at the beginning of the month nothing, and then last week was a bit iffy, and we thought, God, they've taken a right chance at having a completely outside wedding. I mean, we could have gone into the house, but it would have been really weird. And there was a kind of just marquee, but with no sides. We were sitting under, but yeah, they were really lucky because it's been a wee bit mixed. But yeah, very lovely it was. And I had a very sore head yesterday. Right, let me just check the Facebook's up and running, because if Lorraine comes in, she'll just, yeah, it's up and running. Okay, when you are ready, put yourself on silent. Thank you. Move my notes from what I might get in at the end, but to keep on getting through. So as with everything, remember only to do what you want to do today, and you might try something. As I say, most of us have done this routine for the last few weeks. Jean, it's new for you completely, and not everyone's managed to do as many. So we're still kind of at a place in this little session that we're still learning and going a little bit further if we want to, or deciding things that we don't want to do at all. I'm keeping my planks in, I'm not going to take them out at all, but you can do half planks. Morning, Caroline! welcome. What else have I got to say? Yeah, I'm going to do some legs at the end, and I've got a different core one, but we'll do it lying on our backs today and not on our sides like we did last week. Those of you that want to keep your head down, you can keep your head down. I'm trying to... Oh, Audrey, I think that's France coming in now. God, how exotic are we? We've got France and Spain and north of Scotland and Glasgow and south of England. We are cosmopolitan. Right, I'll stop talking and we'll get into our swing. I think that's everyone coming in now. Morning, Victor.
Morning.
Just put yourself on silent when you're ready.
I'm silent now.
Okay, thank you. Shake off your hands, shake off your legs, feet on the mat, soft knees, little bounce, and then breathe in, bring the arms up, tap at the top softly, and then drop down, up we come. Take a breath in, and drop, and then keep the hands up this time and clasp them. Shoulders down, little side bend, and come back. Another side bend, other side, and come back. We're going to do it again, so go over, and then push your hands up, stretch into the shoulder, and then come back to centre, soft. Go over, softly, and then strong. Push up, and then bring yourself back, drop the hands down. Perfect. Shoulder rolls back, and shoulder rolls forward. And then drop your chin to your chest, just let your head hang down your feet. Bring your head to centre and slowly take the chin up to the ceiling, looking up. Bring the head back to centre, look over one shoulder. Back to centre, look over the other shoulder. And then come back to centre. Hands onto the hips, I'm turning round, you don't need to. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, sink into your front knee, hold it for a moment. And then just push your back heel into your mat. And then lift the heel up and drop down and lift up and drop down. One more, lift up. Push the ball of the foot nice and strong, and then push the heel down, making that full imprint with the foot. Hands onto your front thigh, straighten that leg. Really slowly pull your toes up and just hold them up in a flexed position. And then dropping the foot down, bring yourself up and take the back leg in, holding on something if you need to. And just hold it for a little bit longer. Just feel that stretch in the hip down through your front of your thigh. Sliding it forward, balancing if you can, holding on to the shin. And then we'll point and flex the foot. And then circle with the foot and the ankle. And then place that foot down. Taking the other foot back to do exactly the same, so we sink into our front thigh and leg, and then we lift the back heel up and drop, and lift it up and drop. Last one, lift it up, hold it up for a little bit longer, pushing the ball of the foot in, and then push it down, feel the stretch. Take the hands onto the front thigh, straighten that leg. If I'm going too fast, just slow down to your own pace. And then pull the toes up and hold. And then as we drop them down, bring them up. Take the back leg in, holding on to something if you need to. And holding. And then slide it forward into your hip stretch. So you're holding the shin, stretching into the hip, pointing and flexing the foot, circling with foot and ankle. Place the foot back down, widen your legs to a nice wide V, and then take the weight to one side. Feel your inner thigh stretch. Again, if you want to hold it longer than me, please do. Up we come and over to the other side. Thank you. And then come back up to centre. So, we're going to do our Tai Chi warm-up. It can be the most complicated bit. It's not meant to be difficult. It's warming up our body. Some of us have been doing it for a few weeks. We know what we're doing. Just watch and listen and it will all fall into place. Take the hands into prayer. Elbows come out. Make that pressure point between both palms. And just hold it for a moment. Do a little body scan from the top of your head down to your toes. And just think about, is there a part of your body today that's already feeling a little bit tight or painful? And then you must be aware of that for the rest of the hour and just be careful with everything you do. Take a breath in. As you exhale, push the palms down. Inhale, bring the hands back up softly. Push them forward, palms extended. Bring the hands in, take them down. Reach to the ceiling, butterfly up. Take the hands back down, butterfly down. So we're trying to get the brain working as well as the body. We breathe in, bring the hands up. We exhale, push them forward. We inhale, bring the hands back. Exhale, drop them to our pelvis. We bring the hands up above the head. And then we take them back down. Last one coming up. Breathe in, bring the hands up. Exhale, push the palms forward. Inhale, bring the hands back. Exhale, push them down. Inhale, up to the top. Exhale, down to our hips. Bring the hand up to hip, shoulder height. And then we're going to right all the way around with one hand, tap the other. Hand, the heel of the back foot comes up. And then we open, and then we close the other way. So let's breathe in, open. Exhale, close. Breathe in, open. Thank you. Exhale, close. And open. And close. For the last one, then we'll add on. And close. Rainbow sway. We bring the arms up. Stretch. Butterfly through the center. Bring the arms up. Stretch. Through the center. So up we come. And drop. Just use your breath as you lengthen. And you start to feel the body feeling warmer. The breath having to take hold. And release. Last one coming up. And drop. Well done, everyone. Bring the hands up above the head. And then bring them back down through the face. We are there. Parallel the feet. Each part of our bodies had a little bit of a stretch. And we're coming back to standing in mountain pose. And taking our breath back to nose. And just feel yourself lengthen. So my feet are hip distance apart. Flat. My My knees are lifted. Hip bones lifted. Shoulders down. Hands by the side of the body. Neck long. Top of the head light and lifted. Let's close our eyes and listen to the sound of your own breath just for a moment, couple of breaths in your exercise space. And then as we open the eyes, bring the hands back into prayer, bring the elbows out, and make that imprint again with palm to palm. Then I want you to fan your fingers out, so both index together, both middle, ring, pinky, thumbs pushing out, nice and strong. Feel the wrists having to work. Reach to the ceiling. I've got my thumbs crossed. I'm going to make a steeple, so I've crossed my fingers and I've got my index fingers facing up. Take a breath in. Exhale, lean to one side. Hold it there. Breathe in again. And exhale, go a little bit further. Inhale, bring yourself back up. 2 breaths on the other side. We exhale to go over. We hold it. We inhale to prepare. Exhale, go further. Feel the strength in the arms. Breathe in, bring yourself back up. Take the hands back down into prayer. Take both hands down with the side of the body and step out slightly with one foot and then shift your weight back into the middle of both feet. With the hands down with the side of the body, take a breath in. Exhale, lean over and take a note of where that bottom hand is. And inhale, come back. And exhale to the other side and back. Now I just want you to float from side to side, doing your own practice, but trying to think about how low your hand is, the tips of the fingers are now going. Now they may not go any further than the first time, that's fine, but they may go a little bit lower as the body gets into the way of just starting to use your body to go to the side. Thank you, perfect. We're coming back to center. I'm going to open my feet in a V and then parallel them again. So we've not gone much further out. Hands by the side of the body. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach to one side. Inhale, reach up with the other hand. Exhale, reach over and hold that stretch. Bring yourself back to center. Well done. Take a breath in. Exhale to the second side. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach over. Stretch into the shoulder and the hip. And then bring yourself back. We're going to do one more on each side. Let's see if we can get further. So, make that imprint into the mat. Keep your feet parallel. Don't roll your feet inwards. Keep them flat. Take a breath in. Exhale, over we go. Inhale, reach to the ceiling. Exhale, reach across, holding. And then this time, inhale here, prepare. And exhale, drop the bottom hand down a little bit more. Nice. Bring yourself back. Last one coming up. Take a breath in. Exhale, over to one side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach over. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, push that bottom hand further down if you want. Bring yourself back. With the feet where they are, take the hands onto the hips and just do a hip stretch. So just into each knee bending, straightening the other leg. Lovely, lovely. And then bring your feet in slightly and do a couple of rotations. And then we're going to come back into the center. So, I'm going to turn this way again today because, again, we've got people that have not done as many classes. Come on this morning. Morning, Lorraine. Welcome, welcome. So, I'm going to step back. Now, some of you know exactly what you're doing and you can keep forward and not change your position. I'm just going to do our last little shoulder stretch and our waist stretch. So we want to take one foot back and one foot forward. Both my legs are straight. My hips are going to face that front edge of your mat, whether it's the long or the short, doesn't matter. And my shoulders are stacked above my hips. shoulders down, away from your ears. Bring your arms forward, take a breath in. As you exhale, bring one arm back and bow and arrow, so we pull it back. And feel the stretch into the shoulder. Then we're going to extend that arm out to the front, and then take it all the way to the back. Take the eyes to the back hand, and then bring it up and over your head to come back to your starting point. So, here we go. Take a breath in. As we exhale, pull your arm into bow and arrow. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, end of mat. Inhale, all the way over. Take longer breaths if you need to or more. Bring your arm back, same arm. Exhale, out we go. Over to the back of the mat and circle all the way up and over. We're going to step in and step out with the other foot. So, hips still squared. Use your hands to get them in the right position. Feet both facing forward, shoulders stacked above hips. Take the arms forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, pull the arm back, other arm. Inhale, extend it out. Exhale, take it to the end of the mat. Inhale, up and over. Breathe in here. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, back of mat. Inhale, up and over. Last one. Again, working our brains, working our bodies at the same time. Back we go, and up and over. Take the hands back onto the hips and back. So I've quickened that up a little bit. So hopefully our arms are working better. Feeling looser. Thank you, thank you. And then back into the centre of the mat. So we're coming into our triangle. I'm going to slow down a little bit because I think I'm rushing. So let's just bring our feet back. Lorraine, your sound may be on. Just check. Perfect, thank you. And now we're going to open one foot. So one foot is facing the front short edge of your mat. We're going to then bring our shoulders and hips back around to the long edge. My back foot, depending on how your lower back and hip feels, can be parallel or 45. So you decide which is right for you. That could be determined by how your ankles feel today as well. Bring your arms out to shoulder height. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hip comes back, arms reach forward. Nice. Take a breath in again. As you exhale, reach. Lovely. Take a breath in again. As you exhale, drop your hand. At the front, lift the hand at the back up. Now you'll see my hand is just below my knee. It's not much further down to the floor. We're going to be anywhere from the floor to the knee or from the knee up to the hip. Just because you've seen pictures of triangle that the person has got their hand all the way down to the floor, it does not mean that that's how we have to do it. But what we do want to do is keep our chest open, so you want to pull your top shoulder back and pull your shoulder blades in together. Thank you. Breathe and smile. Enjoy. Feeling the stretch. Drop the top hand down. Bring yourself back up. Put your hand on your hip. Push yourself back up. Parallel your feet. You should be in the right position for just going to the other side. If you want to make the other side slightly different, then do your own adjustments. And then take your hands back out again. Start off with our palms facing the mat. Take a breath in. Exhale. Reach. Lovely. Take a breath in again. Exhale. Reach. Inhale again. Exhale. Drop. Inhale. Lift. Look up at the hand if you want to. Both palms now should be facing forward. So we've not got any twists in wrists. We're not playing around with the hands. And look up if you want to keep your head neutral, if that's better for your neck. And let's just hold it here, but try to relax into your position. So I know it's not easy, but you just want to feel yourself heavy, leaning down, extending upward, reaching up. Drop the top hand, take the other hand onto the hip and the thigh, push yourself back up, parallel your feet. have a little moment, and then we're going back to do it again. So my feet are at a small V, and we're going to do a full rotation to release off our back and our hips. If you need to release off anything else, then adjust it for you. If you don't want to use your upper arm up to the ceiling, keep it down by your body. So we're going to bring our feet back out again. We know what we're doing. We're going to rotate our front foot to 90. Nice. We're going to bring our shoulders and hips back. We're going to take our arms out. We've decided what we're doing with our back heel, 45 or parallel. I'm keeping mine parallel. Take a breath in. Exhale, reach. Inhale again. Exhale, reach. Take a breath in again. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. You don't need to lift if you don't want to. And think about opening your chest and keeping that top shoulder open. Perfect. Breathe. Hold it for another couple of breaths. We're not holding anything too long. It's Monday. Drop the top hand down. Help yourself up with your other hand. When you get to centre, parallel your feet. Switch to the other side. Take as long as you need to. Bring your arms out. Take a breath in. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. Prepare. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. Prepare. Exhale. Drop. Inhale. Lift if you want to. So holding. Keeping the chest open. Keeping the hips open. Keeping the legs straight. Don't hold on to the kneecap. Just press your back of your hand into whichever part of the knee or leg it's on. Drop the top hand, bring yourself back up. Well done. Last time, walk in nice and slowly, and then we're going to do our release with cat-cow. So, we stand nice and straight, we bend the knees, we take the hands onto the thighs, and arch up through the upper back. And then bring your chin into your chest, holding. Take a breath in here. Exhale, push into the thigh, push your bottom out, lift your chin and chest up. And holding into your standing cow. Take a breath in again. Exhale, arch into your standing cat. And then from your standing cat, push yourself back up. Standing straight. Give yourself a shake. So, we're now coming on to our warrior one and our crescent lunge, doing a little bit of waist twist at the same time. You are either going to turn your camera to a different place, turn your mat in a different position, or stay exactly where you are if you're happy. Just remember, I'm looking at the screen. I'm the only one twisting my neck. So you guys should all be facing your screen so that you don't have to twist to see what's going on, unless you just want to listen to instructions. So take the hands onto hips, take one leg back and push the weight into the heel, and then sink into your front knee. Now remember, our hips need to be parallel to the front edge of the mat. I've not got one hip coming and wanting to swing round to the back. So use your hands to get yourself in the correct position. Don't grip with the front toes, but sink into your front leg. Keep the chest lifted, it's stacked above your hips. And just hold that for a moment, and then take the hands into prayer. Holding. And let's do our fan again, just making our hands work. So we just open each pair of fingers out, and keep the heel of the hand together and feel the stretch into fingers, hands and wrists. It shouldn't be sore. And then relax the hands, place the fingers again in a steeple. So we're going to take the crossing of the fingers, but steeple into the index fingers. Reach forward as if you're firing a gun. Not very yogi, but makes a point. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, reach to the ceiling, bring your shoulders down, push your index fingers up, and feel the strength in your warrior forward. Feel yourself strong, but not tense. And I know it's really difficult, that difference between feeling strength and tensing into the shoulders. So we want to try and relax off our upper body a little bit, but have the arms strong. Have your back leg strong, your front knee directly above its own ankle. Relax the fingers, bring your arms behind your bottom, clasp them again, push the hands down through your bottom, and then bring your gaze up to your ceiling unless you feel that is going to make you lose your balance. Don't look up. And as you look up, push down further with the clasped hands down to your bottom, to the tops of your legs. And holding. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. That front knee's not moved. The back leg's nice and strong. Bring your head back to centre. Bring your hands back onto your hips. Lift the back heel up and walk it a little bit further back. And it's going far enough back that you won't want to push the heel down. So take yourself to a position that feels good for you. So we're just changing into our crescent lunge and holding. Again, try not to grip with the front toes. So do a little body scan and see how your knees feel, how your hips feel. Are you gripping? So try to release off that front foot to make it nice and wide on the mat. And then if your hips, lower back and knees all feel okay, we drop the knee down and then we straighten and come back up. We drop the knee down and we straighten and come back up. I know not everyone's going to do this. And come up. You can hold it still without any movement if you want to. And then come back up. We're going to tip our chest forward. We are now into an extended angle. So we've got a 45-degree angle from our shoulders to our hips down to that back heel. Level 1, I want you to stay here, don't make any more movements. Actually, if you want to have your hands on your front thigh, that's probably level 1, so you're supporting yourself. Level 2, keep your hands onto your hips. And level 3, bring your hands into prayer. And let's hold. We're going to reach forward with your hands. We're going to separate them to shoulder width. We're going to rotate the palms to the floor. And then we sweep them through so that they add on to that nice long line from our shoulder down to our hips. And holding. Let's fan our fingers out and pulse our hands to the ceiling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hands back onto the thighs. Well done. Bring yourself back up. Walk in nice and gently. Give yourself a swing. So I'm just thinking about, as I said last week or 2 weeks ago when we were all together and the noises we were all making, bringing our legs back in. All right, I'm going to turn round. You're going to stay where you are. You're going to use your opposite leg. I'll turn round so that you can see the leg going back. So we start off nice and strong, standing mountain pose. Take the hands onto the hips. Take the other leg back. And this one, warrior 1 to start, the heel goes on to the mat. Use your hands now to rotate your hips to the short edge. Sink into your front knee and keep your shoulders stacked. So we don't want to lean forward yet, we want to sink down. If your lower back is sore and you need to adjust anything, then please do. Bring your back leg in closer if you're feeling any sort of twinge. Nice. Take the hands into prayer. Shoulders down. So, different arms on this side. We're going to reach forward. We're going to separate them. We're going to take one to the ceiling. Extend. Extend the one out forward. Hold. But breathe. Drop the front one down. Sorry, the top one down. Take the other one up. Pull the shoulder down. One L shape, up the ceiling, out forward. Holding, breathing. Drop the top hand down. Take both up, shoulder width apart. Pull your shoulders down, palms are facing each other. Sink into your hip. Keep that foot at the front, nice and flat, not gripping. Relax the hands down to the back. We do this one the same. Clasp the hands, push it down your bottom. Lift your chin and eyes up to the ceiling. And if you are doing that, and that's optional, push your hands down a little bit further. Come into a little back bend, not too far. Holding. Bring the head back to centre. Take the hands back onto the hips. Lift the back heel up and walk it a little bit further back. You decide how far you want to go. You may just go a couple of centimetres, that is fine. Sink into your front thigh and leg again. Holding crescent lunge. Nice. Then we're going to tip ourselves forward. Oh, actually, no, sorry. Just literally, I lost my train of concentration. Keep your chest back, shoulders above hips, and drop the knee. I'm back, Jackie, could you be telling me? And drop the knee, and straighten the leg, nice. Drop the knee, straighten the leg, thank you. This is optional. Drop the knee, straighten the leg. Last time, drop the knee, straighten. Tip forward, we got there. Hold in. So, level 1, place the hands from your waist onto the front thigh. Level 2, keep them on your hips. Level 3, bring your arms forward. And holding into your extended stretch. And rotate the palms to the floor. Sweep them down to your hips. Spread your fingers out. Reach the palms up and behind you. Lightning warrior arms. Spreading out the fingers in a fan. Drop the hands back onto the thigh or the waist. Step in. Nice. Thank you. Give yourself a swing, a shake, whatever you need to do. Have a drink if you're hot. So I'm going to do a chair balance. I said I was going to change the balance. So we've already, in this routine, started off by coming into our squat position. So we're just going to evolve it from that and into a chair balance. If you want to take your bottom to a wall, that's probably the easiest thing to do. Or if you've got a chair next to you and you need a little bit of extra assistance, then just place your hand on a chair. Those of you that are okay, we're going to bend our knees. We're going to do a pelvic tilt. Keep the shoulders down, chest comes forward. And take the hands into prayer. Let's hold our chair just for a moment. And let your breath just come into your mind, just listening to the sound of your breath. We're still doing nose-nose breathing. I'm just going to lift one heel up and place it down, and then lift the other heel up and place it down. Lift the first one up and place it down. Second one up, place it down. Those of you that don't want to balance, that's your option now. So if you're okay, we lift one heel up, we cross that leg over and sink back down. I know this is not for everyone, so our ankle stretches are good alternative. And holding for 5 breaths in your own time. And 2 and 1. Drop that foot down. Place your hands onto your thigh and arch into standing cat. Bring your hip bones forward and up so that you're stretching into the base of your spine after having contraction while you were doing your chair. And then push yourself back up and relax the shoulders. We're coming to the other side. So we take the hands into prayer, elbows out. We bend the knees into chair. Do a pelvic tilt. We're going to lift one heel up and drop down. Other heel up. Can't see feet, but I know you're doing it. Lift up and drop down. Last one. Now, those of you that want to, drop that one down. Opposite leg to what you lifted before. Cross it over. Sink into your chair balance. If you want to continue lifting and lowering your heels, then it's a perfect stretch. We're holding for 5 breaths, listening to our breath. Quieten your mind. Find something on the floor that you can just keep your focus on. And then uncross, hands on thighs, and arch up again. Stay in arch cat for a moment. And then push your hands where they're, a bit stronger. Push your bottom out of the chest. Hold into your cow. Arch into cat. Use your breath. And then push yourself back up. Well done. We are going down onto the mat. We won't be back up. So get yourself comfortable. I'm obviously going to keep my mat here. We are going to do cat-cow. We're going to do a little bit of leg work. We're going to come into a puppy. Then we're going to go into plank. So we're all going to do different things. Some of us will do it all. Some of us will do as much as they want to. And just let yourself come into child's pose for a moment if you want, before we go on. I can see everyone's nearly there. Let yourself relax. Now, I'm not taking my head all the way down to the mat, but you can. Obviously, we're all different. You can have one hand in front of the other, the forehead on the top of your hand. You can have your hands by the side of your hips. Or you can just rest your rib cage on top of your thighs and just let the head just kind of stay in its natural position where it wants to be. It doesn't have to be on the mat. And then bring your hands onto the mat and onto your all fours. So, nice cat-cows to start off, back into our comfort zone, and then we'll add on as we go. So let's arch into cat. So this bit is a crossover, yoga and Pilates. We're doing a bit of both. If you need more cushioning on your knees, just fold your mat over so that you've got double underneath your kneecaps. Don't have your toes on the mat and your heels up. Have the front of your feet resting. And then let's take a breath in. And exhale, transition into your cow. Nice and slowly, so you're kind of thinking about your spine and your neck and your shoulders and your hips. Take a breath in here. As you exhale, arch back up into cat, and this time I want you to pull your tummy button up towards your spine. You might have done that the last time automatically, if not, do it this time. So you're just pulling up into the tummy button and arching into the upper back. Letting the core know something's going to happen. And then flatten the back. So, a little bit of leg work. We're going to lift one knee into its bent position and point the toes to the ceiling. Today we're going to pulse with the toes up to the ceiling. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Drop that knee down, arch into cat. Flatten the back, widen the shoulders, widen the hips. Keep your core pulled up. Take the other knee into its bent position, pointing the toes upwards. We're going to pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Drop that knee, arch into cat. So always just think about the lower back when you've done something. Flatten the back, widen the shoulders, widen the hips. Take the first leg back up into its bent position. Then we're going to extend it to the end of the mat and bend it. We're going to extend it to the end of the mat. Try to keep your hips squared so they're both facing the mat, not one kind of out to one side. If you want to go onto your forearms, sorry girls, I didn't say that before, Then please go onto your forearms and out and drop it back in. I want to release by coming up into cat, bringing your hip bones around and up. Flatten the back, widen your shoulders. Take the leg the other side into its bent position, L shape, toes pointed. Extend the leg to the back of your mat. Come into bend. Extend it out. Come into bend. Your wrist is sore. Please go onto your forearms. Leg comes out. Bend. Leg comes out. Bend. Drop the knee down. I want to drop your forearms to the mat, and I want you to feel your bottom and come down towards your heels, and keep the arms forward, and just let the head relax where it wants to. You've got your knees close together, so you're not going to get your rib cage obviously on the floor, but your rib cage is going to relax on the top of the thighs. So I want you just to listen to your breath, and as you listen to your breath, you become aware of your rib cage expanding and contracting, and the sense of touch with your rib cage onto the front of your thighs. So obviously the back of the rib cage has got space to expand. But as the front of the rib cage expands, you can feel it onto the front of your legs. And just lengthen your breath. Bring yourself up slightly. Take the toes onto the mat now with the heels up. The knees are still hip distance apart. Going to walk forward with my hands into your puppy dog. So you're going to drop your head between your upper arms. Drop the forehead to or as close to as the mat. And start to feel the stretch across the upper back and shoulders. If this is at all painful, I want you to relax your hands on the mat and don't reach forward. So don't overdo any stretch, whether it's at your hips or whether it's up at your shoulders and anywhere in between. And then walk yourself back up. Well done. So we're going to come in to a low plank. Some of us are not doing a low plank. I'm going to give you the alternative to do when we get there. So, hold on, so I'm just going to rearrange my here. So, we're going to come forward, and I've got my forearms on the mat, shoulder width apart. If that is uncomfortable, you can have your your hands clasped in front of you, but try the traditional way first, and then if you need to adapt, then do so. Your shoulders are directly above your ankles now, my bottom stuck up into the air, and then I'm going to take one leg back, push the ball of the foot into the mat, and push the weight backwards. So your shoulders are going to kind of come off kilter slightly, but we'll take them back to the correct place in a moment. And then bring that knee in and do the same on the other leg. So you extend the leg out, you push the weight through the heel. As you do so, your shoulders probably will move a little bit further back than your elbows. And then bring that knee back in. Those of you that don't want to do plank, apologies to those that don't like plank, then do what I've just done with my leg stretch. And then those of us that are doing full plank, we take the first leg back. Now this time I'm not going to push up too much energy behind me because I want to keep my shoulders above my elbows. I'm taking the other leg back, and then to get into your correct position you bring your hip bones forward, lifting the chest ever so slightly, not too much. You're looking down between your hands on the mat. Your gaze is soft. Your strength is a lot. And we're holding for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6, upper body strength, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Well done. Drop your knees, walk your arms back. We're there. We're going to let ourselves relax just into our child's pose again. Head can be down on the mat or on the hands. And just feel your upper body relax and just listen to your breath. So we're going to do one plank today. I've got a couple of different ones I want to do lying on our back. So it'll take me a little bit longer just to explain. And then when you're ready, roll yourself over. Well done, everyone. What time is it? Oh, perfect. That was quick. So bring yourself onto your mat, readjust your camera to making it easy for you to see. And while we're waiting for us all to get together, just let your head roll from side to side once you get into your lying position. And we'll do a couple of releases before we continue. And then if you've gone from side to side, just take your head back to centre and just lift your chin up, look behind you. Just stretch into the front of the neck and the jaw. And then bring your head back to centre. Let your shoulders feel heavy. Take the hands around the knees. Pull the knees in. Lift your bottom off the mat. And then push your knees away until your arms are straight. Now pull your knees back in. Just lift your bottom and lower spine off the mat. You can kind of bounce a little bit if you want. And then push your knees back so the arms are straight. And then this time bring your knees in, open them out to the side and do your hip circles. Your hands holding the knees are guiding your legs so that you don't ever go too far. And just feel your hips open as you do your rotations. And then if you're going one way, go the other. So I'm pushing away from me now and pulling them up towards me. As I pull them up towards me, my lower back just comes off the mat. That's fine, we're doing it as a stretch. Normally we would keep our back flat if we're doing an exercise. And relax. Bring your feet onto the mat. Bring your arms out and just roll both knees over to one side. Doesn't matter how far they go. And then bring your knees back up to centre. And roll to the other side. Thank you. And come back up to centre. So, I am going to do a couple of leg exercises. I'm keeping my head down for 2 of them, and then I'll have my head up. If you want to continue with your head on the mat, then please do. First one, nice and simple. Hands come out, just let them relax. Take one leg to the end of the mat, the other leg is bent. The foot from your bent leg is relaxed. You're not gripping with the toes. I want you to point the toes of the foot that is long. Take a breath in. As you exhale, swing that leg up. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, bring it up. So we're going to do Pilates breath. We breathe in through the nose. We exhale through the mouth. We breathe in through the nose, drop. We exhale, lift. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Now you might not get your leg all the way up to the ceiling. You might want to stop your leg 45-degree angle. That's absolutely fine. But what I want you to do is keep the toes pointed away from you. You're going to work into your thigh a little bit more. So up we come and drop down. Now it's not the end of the world if you make the breath slightly different or get out of a routine. But just bring your thoughts back to what you're doing and continue with the movement. Last one on this side. Drop that leg down, take the other leg to the end of the mat. Shoulders wide. My hips are wide. Now my lower back is just off the mat. I've got my natural curve making myself feel like that. Our backs are all slightly different. But try to keep the back in a suction with the mat. So you're thinking about having a magnet all the way down your spine and it's pulling your back in your spine downwards. Take a breath in. As you exhale to the mouth, lift. Inhale, extend to the end. Exhale, lift. Extend. You don't need to lift it all the way up. You can just lift it a little bit off the floor and down again. body still. Listen to your sound of your breath. That will make it easier to keep breathing. And try and tune out my words if that's confusing you. Nice, nice. Lift up. And drop down. Last one. Lift up. And drop down. Bring your knees in. Give them a hug. So, my second one, I can't remember if we've done this for ages, but we've done it before, but not for up to ages. I want to hold one knee in its lifted position with my palm around the kneecap, and that's lifting it up. And the other leg comes up, but I'm not holding it. That hand is going to come down to the side of the body. So I'm going to take a breath in through my nose, and as I exhale through the mouth, my leg goes to the end of the mat, my arm comes up and behind. Inhale, come back to your starting point. Exhale, extend and point. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, back to your starting point. Exhale, extend. Now, if you need to do it slower or quicker, then work to your own ability, but keep breathing. As long as you're breathing and not trying to do this with holding your breath. And two more on this side, to the end and back, to center, to the end and back, and center. Bring your hands in, give yourself a hug, and this time bring your head up into a nice tight curl. And then we're going to drop the head, take the feet to the mat, roll our knees to one side, and come back, roll the knees to the other side, and come back, and then we're going to do the opposite leg. So we bring the knees in, we hold one knee with the hand, and the other arm comes down to the mat. We take a breath in, exhale, extend leg and arm, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend, inhale, back to center. Keep that back secure on the mat. So again, another one, trying to get our brains working with movement. We're going to keep our brains strong, keep our coordination going, and just trying to bring in different things that we've got to think a little bit about as well as just move. And this is one of them. Extend, we'll do one more after this. And release, bring your knees in. So we're nearly at the end of the hour. I want to do one just for core. I'm going to do a tabletop sit-up. I know it's not for everyone. So if you don't want to do this last one, I want you to pull your knees in, roll your head from side to side. Give yourself a moment and then we'll all start to pull off together. Don't ruin it at the end of the hour if you think your body's had enough. We're all so different and we want to work as much or as little is right for you today. So if you're planning to do the tabletop sit-ups with me, I'm going to do it with my knees touching and my feet touching. If your lower back is a little bit sore, just lift your heels slightly higher than your knees, but we're going to try and keep our knees in line with our hips the whole time. So when you're ready, take the tips of the fingers to your temples, have your shoulders nice and open, take a breath in, exhale, and drop. Up for two, and drop. Exhale, up. Inhale, drop. I'm not counting, I'm just working. We can do it. You can support your head in a basket if you want, but don't pull your head up. not pulling. 4 to go. Brilliant. Drop your head. Well done. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Let your head feel heavy on the floor and your mat. Bring your arms out to shoulder height and shoulder distance and just let them feel heavy. Roll your knees to one side. Leave them there for a moment. And then just try to push that inside one a little bit further over, not too much. Feel the stretch go into that hip and thigh. Bring your knees back to centre and just follow on to the other side. Both my sides are totally different. Yours may feel different, they may feel the same. When you get there, just push that inner knee a little bit further over towards the heel or the mat, whichever makes you think about what you're doing. And then windscreen wipers, nice and slow and deliberate from side to side. There's no way you need to get all the way to the mat or the floor. You're just letting your hips release, letting the thighs release, and you're also, remember, using your ankles and feet here at the same time. Bring your knees up. Bring your feet into the centre of the mat, cross your right knee over the left and pull both over to the right. Feel the stretch now, go much more into the hip of your left hand side. Now again, it should feel a good stretch, not sore. Bring your knees up, uncross, cross your left knee over the right, pull them both over to the left. And the work that you're doing is in the right hip and the right bottom, cheek and the lower back. Bring your knees up, slide that leg back this time so that the heel's just resting on the knee. Take your hands through the thigh for your lying pigeon, which is your bottom stretch. And if it doesn't feel that you're getting too much of a stretch, just pull in a little bit more. It's more to the opposite side of the leg you're holding. And then swap over and do the same on the other side, getting yourself into position in your own time, and then just pull in until you feel the bottom stretch and release. Let the feet relax onto the mat and let them go to the end of the mat. Let the feet flop out. If your lower back is sore, want you to either have one knee bent or both, you decide. Let your knees open. Just wriggle around a little bit and just feel your shoulders again, once again heavy and wide. My lower back is off the mat because of our natural curve. If that is uncomfortable, bend one knee. Let your hands either rest on your belly or on the side of your mat next to your hips. You decide. And then close your eyes. And do a little body scan from the tips of your toes, through the knees to the hips, over to the spine, up to the shoulders, down your arms to the tips of your fingers, back to the neck, to the back of the head, and to the front of the face. As you think about the front of your face, allow the skin to feel soft and gentle and relaxed. Once again, listen to the sound of your breath and be aware of the expansion and contraction of the ribs as you breathe in and out. As they expand as you breathe in and contract As you exhale. As you enjoy another few breaths, bring your thoughts back into the room. Gently feel your thumb rub across the tips of your fingers. Again, feeling your sense of touch. And wiggle your toes. Perhaps lick your lips with your tongue. And slowly and in your own time, bring your legs back into the centre and slide one foot up if they were both at the end, followed by the second. Bring one knee in, give it a hold, followed by the second. Give yourself a nice tight hug. You can keep your head on the mat or bring your head up to your knees each side. Sorry. And then let your feet come onto the mat, roll onto your side. Well done, everyone. Still didn't get to the end of my routine. Got my notes there, never got round to it. Bring yourself up. Give yourself a clap. Thank you. Great way to start a Monday morning. Be nice to yourself for the rest of the day. If you've not done any exercise for ages and you've got a bath, have a bath tonight. Do more releases if you need to. West End girls, if you're staying on, we'll have a quick chat. Kilcombe, talk to you Wednesday. Bye-bye. Bye-bye Facebook. Bye Sadie, you're on there. Bye Lorraine. Bye Jean. I'll talk to you at 16 on our Zoom.
See you later.
Bye-bye. Sadie, you're there. Didn't quite get you on Zoom, but hopefully I might get you on Zoom the next time. But thank you so much for being on Facebook. Bye-bye.